Huh. This game does not seem like a fun game to play.
I know. It looks boring.
I knew it. I'll be honest, I like the show better than the game based on the show.
Okay, so this game is obviously based on the animated show Transformers Animated. It has 25 levels, and it has two different types of gameplays. One of them is where you solve puzzles and fight enemies to move forward. The other basically looks like you're playing a racing game.
Yeah, except those race cars can turn into robots. So, just like the show, this game features 5 Autobots, which are Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Bulkhead, Ratchet, and Prowl. But the main characters that you mainly get to play as are Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Bulkhead. You can only play as Prowl during the chase sequences, or as what you guys said, the gameplay that looks like you're playing a racing game. And Ratchet, you can't play as Ratchet at all. He is only the hint guy. And also, the main human lead from the show, what was her name? Sari? You know, that little girl with the red hair, and she wears orange? She is the one who revives the character you play as whenever they get KO'd, using the Allspark key. Which did happen in the show, because remember that one part of the show where Optimus died and then she used that same key to bring him back to life? It was a reference to that, I think. I guess that was a nice reference. They also brought back the original cast from the show, which is good. They got David Kaye as Optimus Prime and Bill Fagerbakke as Bulkhead, which I thought it was pretty cool they got Patrick Star as Bulkhead. I never really liked the casting of David Kaye as me. I mean, he would maybe be good as Orion Pax, but as Optimus Prime, no. Because his voice for the character, which is me, he just doesn't sound like a Prime, you know? With a voice that is very powerful and inspiring. Just like Peter Collins. Yeah, but if Peter Cullen wasn't available, I would have picked Gary Chalk. He sounds close enough, at least. Oh yeah, totally. Now, when it comes to the enemies that we fight, I am very disappointed with that. Because we don't get to fight actual Decepticons, just a bunch of drones and tanks and turrets. The only actual Decepticon that we get to fight is Megatron. And I guess Lockdown, even though that was more of a chase scene than a fight scene. Yeah, and even the boss fight against Megatron isn't entertaining at all, because the combos look so bland and weak.
Yeah, and even I've seen bad lightsaber battles that are better than those combos.
And although we can't transform the characters whenever we want to during the gameplay where you solve puzzles and fight enemies, which honestly it makes sense because they were indoors, so yeah. But thankfully we can do that during the chase sequences. But for some reason, whenever we play as Bumblebee, we can't. What's up with that?
I don't know. But based on what we saw, playing as Bumblebee in this game looks like an absolute pain.
Tell me about it. I mean, first of all, for some reason, he can't fight in this game. He can only use a taser, which I don't know Bumblebee even uses a taser. Secondly, that taser of his looks very annoying to use, especially when you're trying to aim directly at the enemies. For some reason, that looks very hard to do. Yeah, and also, how come Bumblebee is the only character in this game who can jump, and none of the other playable characters? Yeah, I mean, come on. I can jump, and I'm pretty sure Bulkhead can jump also. I think. I also wasn't really a fan of how they handled the cutscenes, because all we see is just a bunch of pictures that look pixelated, and also subtitles, and we just hear the characters talking about their missions and stuff. I don't know, I guess I'm just not a fan of those type of cutscenes. Also, in terms of gameplay, the graphics look alright, apart from the combos, but also Bulkhead's running movement looks weird because whenever he runs, his neck looks like it's stretching. Like, I don't know, it just looks weird.
The only best part of the game for me was Megatron. Other than that, the game was trash.
Anyways, I think that'll be it for the review. I'm gonna rate this game a 4.5 out of 10. And guys, stay tuned for our next review for Sonic Forces. Oh yeah, another Sonic game. Let's go. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. But if you like this channel, please subscribe. See you next time.